Types of majority. Types of majority. Very simple aspect. First one we tell absolute majority. What does that mean? Simple formula. Total strength of the house by 2 plus 1. Basic point, if you can recall, what is the strength of Lok Sabha? If you take example 543, so make it by 2 plus 1. So technically it is right. Same point if you do it for Rajya Sabha, 245 by 2 plus 1, 1, 2, 2.5. So 123.5, round off, basic arithmetic. Total strength of the house by 2 plus 1. Fine, this is a fixed number because what is also fixed? Total strength is fixed. So, sir, how many are present on that day? How many came? That all will not count here. Absolute majority means you should only count this. You can't take any other aspects. Clear? This is the formula for absolute majority. Is that done? Same way you have something called as simple majority. You practically think, obviously, okay, agreed, there are 543 members in Lok Sabha, everything. Practically you think, will all the 543 members come to the house every single day? Obviously no. Imagine people from across the country have to go and attend the Lok Sabha once. There so many issues will be there, whatever. Practically it is all very, very difficult. Hence automatically there will be so many people who are absent. So hence the question or formula becomes plus 1 means at least one number more. Number of members present, not just present, voting. Because normally what will happen? Okay, I'll tell you then example, you'll easily understand that. Fine? Yeah, just now extend the formula. We just now told that Lok Sabha's total strength is what? 543. Obviously, as I told, every day, not everybody will come to the Lok Sabha. Let's assume hypothetically, total number of present means total number of people who came to the house are 500. Fine, but then what will happen when they vote? Obviously, it's like typical voting, yes or no, you have to tell. Do you want the bill to be passed or not? Some people will tell, some people will tell no. There what will happen? There you have three options normally for MPs. Yes, no, abstain. Abstain means what? You may be present there, but you will not vote. You will just stay silent, or you may walk out, whatever issue is. So hence you have to take only, look at the term, how many people voted. Let's assume for whatsoever reason 50 people did not vote. In other words, what do? They abstain. So you take out 50. So what is the formula then? So whatever you do the numbers. So that level of people should support your bill. Only then your bill is what? Passed. If you get anything less than that, bill is rejected. Got an idea? That's again a very simple one. This is the default majority that default means what? What do you mean by default? If in the constitution or if in any rule book or anywhere there is no clarity with what majority should a bill be passed, automatically assume it is passed by what? Simple majority. More than 90% of the work that happens in legislature means passing a bill, this, that, budget, everything. 90, probably more than that also is done by what? Simple majority. Because it is very, very easy to calculate. Right? That's the point. Simple. I think you got an idea. That's why the name says it's the by default majority. Again, I'm clarifying. If you don't, because keep writing those things every time and again, this will keep coming up in your entire polity. These by default majority. It means in other words, what does that mean? If there is no clarity about by which majority should it be passed, 100% it is assumed it has to be passed by simple majority. Got an idea, right? Okay. Third one. So what is the point? effective majority. Effective majority means it is not absent. What is it? Vacant. Now, what do you mean by vacant? Someone has resigned. Someone isn't that local MPs or anything. It may be death. Disqualification. Either resignation or death or disqualification. Then it is called as what? Vacancy. Now this formula, total strength minus vacancy itself is called as, there is a word for it, that's a phrase. So what is it called as? Effective strength. So effective strength means what? Total majority or total strength minus vacancy is called as effective strength. So effective strength by 2 plus 1. That means what it doesn't include, as I said, you should not minus the, which one? Absency. Does not include. So how many people were absent that day? Doesn't matter for us. It does not include absency. It only includes these. Suspended will also be considered as what? It is like this. Does not include absency, or because suspend also means what? You are still an MP. So whoever is still not an MP means at present you are not an MP. You are already taken out. That you include them. Does not include absency or suspension. Means what? Practically you take. Let's say for example, out of 543, some 5 people have resigned. Some 1 or 2 deaths has happened. Some 10 people have been disqualified. You take out all of them. So 543 minus, let's say 13 people. 530 by 2 plus 1. Sir, but that day only 450 people came to the house, sir. Doesn't matter for us. Because you will take how many people came to the house under which method? Simple majority. Here you are calculating what? Effective majority. Not an idea, right? We should only include these aspects. Now, the next category is what you call it as famously what? Special majority. So it's a broad category. Special majority means what? In simple terms, first point what you have to clarify is anything other than absolute or simple or effective is considered as a broader category. What? Special majority. So special majority is what? Broad. It includes too many things. Under that, the famous one, most famously used, so is what? So this is the most famously used special majority. Absolute majority and 2 by 3 of present and voting. Okay, at least you got a broader end, right? Point number 1, any majority other than absolute or special or effective is special. Under that, the famous special is what? This. Now here, what we normally confuse, I'll tell you the formula. See, absolute majority of Lok Sabha is what? Fixed. What is it? 543 by 2 plus 1 means what is the number? 270. This will not change. This is fixed. But what will change? This will change. Obviously, because what? On a particular day, how many came to the session? How will you pre-decide? Today more number may come. Tomorrow some other issue, maybe less number. Let's assume hypothetically, number of people present is 500. Means 500 people came to the session that day. Lok Sabha, I am telling. Remember, session is going on. You might have seen 2-3 days back. Budget into. That's what you call it as what? Budget session. Every day what you have, they call it as sitting. Sitting means what? Today. Let's say today morning they would have said, that is morning sitting, afternoon sitting. Entire overall period is called as what? Session. So session means, let's assume 30 days, 40 days. Within that, every single day they call it as what? Sitting. Within that, morning sitting, afternoon sitting. That all will come to that point. Basic point, present 500. But as I told, not everybody will vote. Let's assume 50 people did not vote, abstained. So what is the number of voting? 450. So then you have to calculate what is the number into, correct, 2 by 3 of present and voting. So what is the number? 300. What is this number? Now if you look at the term called as and, normally we assume it as what? Plus. You can't do it plus, because let's say you make it as plus. What will become the number? 573. What is Lok Sabha's maximum numbers itself? How do you get 573? Got it? Hence you should not take it as plus. You should take it as what is the greater number of the two? 300. So you should get at least 301. Got it? It is not plus, it is with. So if you get 300 plus, what does that mean? You have cleared this number also. You have cleared this number also. Got it? But you reverse. Let's say another one you reverse. Let's say for example, 273 is fixed, that you leave it. Let's assume number of people who came to the session is 400. Fine. Number of people who voted are 300. You make it 2 by 3. Fine. So which is the greater of the two? You have to get 273 plus. So indirectly what does that mean? You have cleared, you have got more than 200, you have got more than this, your number. Let's say you get 250 people who have supported the bill. You have cleared this, but what? You have not cleared this. Bill is rejected. Got it? So both the numbers, both the majority you have to clear. In other words, whichever is greater of the two, you see that. You should get more than that. Because if you get 250, yes, you cleared this, but you failed this, right? Automatically bill is rejected. That's why it is both. Got an idea or not? That is called as, this is the most famous special. There, where remember you have written in the constitution, rigidity of constitution, what have you mentioned? That constitution should be amended by, you have written special majority. This is the special majority. Both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha plus ratification of 50% of states. That all will discuss in your constitution. Constitutional amendment. Basically, remember, at least this you understood, right? What do you mean by special majority here? Okay, there are so many other types of special majority, that all you will understand gradually. You have written a word there called as what? Ratification. See, again in polity we mentioned two terms. One we use it called as sign. Second one we use the word ratification. Whenever you say sign, write in the margin, approved by executive ministers. When you say sign, what does it mean? Approved by the executive. Executive means what? Ministers. Ministers have signed it. Either can be PM or maybe president also, maybe external affairs, anybody. So signed means approved by the executive. In other words, in bracket you write Council of Ministers. But when you say ratify means what? Approved by the legislature. Parliament should pass it. Or whatever, state legislature. Because normally we keep telling everything as signed. Parliament will not sign. Parliament will pass is a general word. Let's say you use the term pass, approve. That's all generalistic word. Ratify means only legislature can do it. Sign means only executive can do it. Got an idea? Agreement, treaty are all general words. Who is doing it based on that? I think now you would have understood.